Okay, I think my life again. That one ended, right? That one ended. Okay. Let's join in again. Oh, my continue. Hi. All right. So if you can hear me, so sorry about the network. If you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, just let me know. Say yes, I can hear you. 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 Network. Yes, I can hear you, and I can see you. All right, comfort. Welcome back. So sorry about the network. Now, I was saying something. I was saying that it is one thing to have an idea, like we've established that an idea is basically a the conceiving of a reality that is not yet presently available to you, all right, but has the potential of becoming real, all right. And we said that every other thing in this life, everything from this pen to my glasses to my hair to my skin to my lips to my wristwatch, everything came from an idea, all right. Even this webinar came from an idea, and the network that is bad also came from an idea, all right. Everything came from an idea. But then, is it enough to have an idea? No. And that's not why we're here. We're not here to learn how to birth ideas. That's another class of discussion on its own, because it takes a lot of things to actually birth, high class ideas. All right. Now, the next word we're looking at is profitable business. What does it mean to have a profitable business? We've learned what it means to have an idea. The second thing we're looking at is what does it mean to have a profitable business? When you say, I have a profitable business, what does that mean? And I want you to write this down. What does it mean to have a profitable business? All right. A profitable business is a business that solves a real problem. A profitable business is a business that solves a real problem, comma, has healthy margins, and it can scale up. I'm going to say it again. A profitable business is a business that solves a real problem, has healthy margins, and can scale up. Let me say it the third time. A profitable business is a business that solves a real problem, it has healthy margins, and can scale up. So, by this definition, you already know whether you have a profitable business or not. All right. Maybe you've had an idea. Maybe you've been able to carry that idea from idea state into something that you are now interacting with in reality. Maybe you've crossed the line of taking it from just an idea into reality, and that's good. That's commendable. But that is not the point. The point is that this idea must turn into a profitable business. And we have said that an idea is the conceiving of something, right, that is real, but not currently real to you, but has the potential of becoming real to you. And this should even give you the notion that everything you think about can become reality. Trust me, everything you think about can become reality. Let me tell you a story. Back in, I think when I was maybe 6 or 7 year old, as a 6 or 7 year old boy, and I never really liked picking beans. If you want to frustrate my life, tell me to pick beans. If you want to frustrate me, just tell me to pick beans. I'll be frustrated because I don't like it. So most of the time when nobody's around, I'll just take the whole beans and the shaft, everything, I'll put it on fire. I'll say maybe they will separate themselves later. Like that. That's how I was. Somebody asked me a question, I can't remember who. He said, so when you grow up now, how you be picking beans for yourself? I said, robots will do it for me. I will invent a robot that will be picking my beans for me. As at that time, robots were not yet anything as real as this. It's at that time. We didn't have robots that could cook. We didn't have robots that could do all of these things. But right now, you already know that in the nearest future, robots will be picking your beans. Hope you know. Do you see that? It was an idea for me then. And right now, it is something that is now reality. But then, that is still not the point. The point is that this idea must become profitable business. And we have said that a profitable business is basically a business that solves a real problem and has healthy margins. What does healthy margin mean? Healthy margin means that if you buy, if you buy, if you if the cost price, right, to provide solution is like this, then your gain should be around here. All right. That's when we say that you have an healthy margin. Right? That means you are gaining more than you are spending on the business. It's as simple as that. Nothing too complex. That's what it means to have a healthy margin. And then it can scale up. It can scale with or without you. And how do you turn an idea? How do you turn an idea into a profitable business? Hmm. How do you turn an idea into a profitable business? If you can see hear me, say I'm still here. If you can see hear me, tell me. Just chat in the chat box. I'm still here. If you can still hear me in the chat box, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Comfort is still here. Let's wait for the remaining people. I'm still here. If you can still hear me, type in the chat box. I'm still here. All right. Good. Good. I'm still here. Now, how do you turn an idea into something that is a profitable business? How do you turn an idea into a business that is classified as profitable? How do you turn an idea into something that is profitable? How do you turn this idea into something that is profitable? So I would imagine first that you have kind of launched your idea. All right. I would just imagine that, oh, okay, this idea is launched. How do you turn it into something that is classified as a profitable business? How do you classify it? Turn it to something that is classified as a profitable business. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is going to change your life. Trust me. This will turn you to a idea launching beast. That means you would you would have what we call the Midas touch. That once an idea comes to your mind, it does not fail. Yes, it does not fail. It does not fail. It does not fail. The first law of turning an idea into a profitable business, all right? The first law of turning an idea into a profitable business is the law of idea validation. The law of idea validation. This is going to bless you. This is going to help you really. The law of idea validation. The law of idea validation. The law of idea validation. Now, you know what's most painful versus most painful between having an idea that you've not launched and launching an idea that nobody needs? The most painful thing is launching an idea that nobody needs. All right, that's the most painful thing. Launching an idea that nobody is interested in is very painful. It's very frustrating. It's very painful. All right. Launching an idea that nobody is interested in, nobody needs, that is the real definition of a waste of time. All right. Launching an idea that nobody needs is a definition of waste of time, because you're wasting your time, you're wasting your life, you're wasting everything, you're wasting your resources. Nobody needs it. So the first thing you must do once an idea is conceived is the law of validation. All right. You must validate this idea. So how do you validate an idea? How do you validate an idea? Number one, you must identify the real problem your idea solves. Mm. You must identify the real problem your idea solves. That means that this this idea must actually be solving a problem. Are you getting this? The fact that an idea is nice does not mean that it can become a profitable business. All right? It does not mean that it can become a profitable business. In fact, if your idea does not solve a problem, you don't have an idea. All right. So the first things first is that you must identify the real problem that your idea is solving. That's the first thing. Identify the real problem this idea solves. All right. So you have an idea to make shoes. What problem does this idea solve? And hope you know. I want to say something. Hope you know that one idea can solve different problems. This is going to change your mind. Just listen. One idea can solve different problems. Person A can have an idea to make shoes, and person B can also have an idea to make shoes. Meanwhile, the problem that person A is trying to solve is the problem of, safety for the leg. Meanwhile, person B is trying to solve the problem of looks and aesthetics for people, or aesthetics for people. All right. Then person C is trying to solve the problem, all right, of class and esteem. Do you think they would create these kinds of shoes? I want to hear in the chat box. Do you think that these three people will create the same kinds of shoes? Person A is solving the problem, all right, of safety for the leg. Person B is solving the problem of probably just fashion. Person C is trying to solve the problem of class, and three of them are creating shoes. Do you think that the three of them will create the same kinds of shoes? Waiting for your answers. I'm waiting for your answers. We have over 6 people here. I'm waiting for your answers. Of course, of course, they can't create the same kind of shoe. Comfort says no. All right, they can't create the same kinds of shoes. Do you know why? Because they are solving different problems. So the first thing that you must do is to validate this idea. And I said that the first way to validate this idea is to identify what problem you are trying to solve. So this is the process of turning this idea into something profitable. You already know that this idea will be profitable in different classes. Somebody just comes to you and say, I want to make shoes. I want to start making shoes. All right. What problem are you trying to solve with these shoes? Now look at this. If you know the problem you're trying to solve, right, you will know how you address your business. For instance, somebody is selling data. Let's say data, as simple as data. You know these WhatsApp people that sell data, right? I don't know if they're watching this video, right? They sell data. If you ask me, what problem are you trying to solve with the selling of the data? Hmm? What problem are you trying to solve with the selling of that data? For some, they are trying to solve they're trying to solve their own hunger problem. So let me just do internet data business. So Arika is active again. Arika is active again. Buy your MCN and Glow. This is the way you are marketing. It shows that you don't know the problem you're trying to solve. That's the truth. The way you're marketing your business, it shows that you don't know the problem you are trying to solve. Because if you know the problem you are trying to solve, you market the business in a different way. Do you understand this? So let's say two Arikes. One Arike is selling data, the other one is also selling data. Arike one says that I want to just be doing this business because I heard that people make money. So maybe if I make 1K, 2K per day, I'm good. Arike two says I want to solve the problem of internet data for the staffs of companies. I want to solve the problem of internet access for the staffs of companies. So I'm going to meet the owners of these companies and and liaise with them. For everybody that gets data from me, 10% of the profit goes to the company's account and the remaining 10% is for me. And the company is just going to be on a monthly subscription plan for all their staffs. All their staffs are going to be covered for the whole month. Which of them will make more money? Of course, it's the second person, because this person knows the problem they're trying to solve. All right, good. So the first way you validate your idea is to identify what problem you're trying to solve. Second way to validate your idea, number two, is to define the paying audience. Who is going to pay you? Now that you know the problem you're trying to solve, you must find the people who are meant to pay you for that solution. All right, so let's go back to our shoes example, our shoe makers example. All right, so shoemaker A for safety, shoemaker B for fashion, shoemaker C for status or right and class. Already, shoemaker A should not start looking for people that are looking for status. Shoemaker A should start looking for engineers. All right, people that work in engineering firms or engineering construction sites, because those are the people he wants to make shoe for. Imagine that person now marketing to people who are looking for class and status. You are wasting your time. This is why many ideas are not profitable, because you're advertising to the wrong people. Are we together? Even live, if you stop this webinar right now and you just live with these two things: number one, the problem I'm solving; number two, who am I solving it for? If you live with these two things, your business will change forever. Forever, forever, till this world ends. All right, your business changes forever. All right, so that is how you validate your idea. Then the third way to validate your idea is to check what your competitors are doing. All right, you have to do what we call a market analysis. This is getting to MBA class stuff, right? But market analysis is basically you just researching your markets, right? What are other people doing in that same market? All right, what are the other people doing in that same market? Do you understand? That's what it means. Check market analysis. All right, so now mm, I'm going to drop an exercise right now on the platform. What I want you to do is that I want you to replicate it. All right, there's an exercise. The first exercise for tonight, we're going to have probably 7 exercises. All right, to help you validate your idea. All right, I'm going to drop it to the chat box right now. Thank you, Jesus. Now I want you to type in WhatsApp, or wait, let me cancel it from WhatsApp. Let's do it on YouTube. Good. Let's do it on YouTube instead. So that's the, let me pin it. All right. So I've pinned it. I pinned the message. What you do for me is you type it. My idea helps the audience. Your idea helps solve the problem your idea solves, so they can the results that you generate for them. Don't even understand. All right. My idea helps dash, fill in that blank. That's the audience. Solve, what problem are you solving for them, so they can dash the desired results. Also post it on WhatsApp too. So I'll be waiting for you. If it's on WhatsApp, you have seen it, post it there, write it there. All right. If it is here, write it here also. I'm waiting for you. My idea helps. Who is your idea helping? Solve, what problem are you solving for the audience, so they can, what results are you generating for them? I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. My idea helps dash audience solve dash problem, so they can get dash desired results. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you. Are you still typing? Don't carry your phone. Don't carry your phone. I'm using it. All right. While, while we're waiting for other people, while we're waiting for other people, all right. Your idea must help a particular set of people solve a particular kind of problem so they can get a particular result. All right. Then we move to step two. We move to step two of turning your idea into a profitable business. Right. We just finished step one, which is to validate that idea. Right. You must validate your idea. Don't just waste your time. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your. In fact, I would say that I would say that ideas must have continuous validation. All right. You must consistently validate your ideas. Now, step two is that you must create a business model around that idea. All right. You must create a business model around your idea. You must create a business model around your ideas. So the fact that you have an idea, the fact that you have validated that idea, all right, does not mean that it is now a profitable business. Okay, so first things first, you must validate the idea. Sorry about the noise. So you must validate the idea, all right, and after you validate the idea, you must turn that idea into a profitable business. Right. So how do you now turn that one into a profitable business? Is by creating a business model around that idea. Creating a business model around the idea. Create a business model around it. So what is a business model? Right. A business model is simply the way you make money in the business. That's all. It's as simple. Like I'm bringing it down to the level of, every layman. The way you make money. How is money made? All right. How is money made? How is money made in the business? All right. How is money made in this business? And there are four kinds of business models, and you have to choose, you have to decide which one is it. Number one is the product business model, the product based business model, the product based business model. Number two is a service-based business model. This business, are you trying to run it as a service? All right. Number three is a subscription-based business model. All right. Subscription-based business model. Number four is the hybrid-based business model. That means it's a combination of product, service, subscription, right? All of those things, you combine it together and then they form the hybrid. So we have the product based business model. That means you're going to be selling products, either digital products or physical products. All right. That is the first kind of business model that you would create or any that you might want to choose. The second business model is a service business model. That means you collect money by offering a service. All right. You collect money by offering a service. Number four is a subscription-based business model. Subscription-based business model. That means you collect money based on subscription. So every month, every week, every year, right? You are collecting money for people using what you are offering to them, right? For people getting the solution you are giving to them. So you collect the money, or you can do all of them. So products you have physical products, you have digital products, you have services that you're offering like consultations, then you have subscription. Somebody subscribes onto your offer or your services. All right, that's the hybrid. Then, after you have decided the business model you want to create, I hope you are taking notes. Hope you are not wasting time here. Right? Hope you are learning. Hope you are learning this. After you have created your business model, the next thing you must do is to craft offers. Listen, many businesses don't have offers, right? So many businesses don't have offers. I was asking one of the a graphic designer, I think the last time when I was having a consultation with somebody. I was asking him, I said, how much is, if I need a logo from you, how much is it? He said, and it depends on A, B, C, and D. I said, I don't have that time, right? I don't have that time. I don't have that time. If I'm going to work with you, the best thing you must create is to create offers, or what we call packages. If you are running service, like service-based business, create what we call packages. If you're running product-based business, create offers. Even service-based business, create offers also, because offers are what you would need to collect money from people, right? It's an exchange. You need to create offers. The whole how do I call it now? The whole lecture on how to create offers might be next month. All right. Maybe that's what we'll do next month. All right. But mm, maybe that's what I don't know yet. All right. But then you must create offers. It's very, very important that you are able to create what we call offers. All right. Now you must check for profits. All right. What is the cost price for for running the business? What is this the selling price? The selling price is the money you're collecting, you're making from the business. You must consistently check it. So let's recap. First things first, we have said that for the first step to turning an idea into a profitable business is to validate the idea. All right. And then now we are saying that after you're done validating the idea and you're sure that, okay, this idea is something that makes sense, it solves a real problem. All right. It has an audience that are interested in it. All right. And that problem, it solves a desired outcome that they are trying to get. All right. After you're done validating that idea, the next thing you are coming to do now is to create the business model. All right. So the business model, the business what model, the business model, the business model. All right. And I've said that there are four kinds of business models. All right. So you can go back and watch it again. Now we're going to create business model together. Mm. I'm going to copy that stuff again, and then I'm going to send it to you. Now you're going to put it in the chat box, either on WhatsApp or here. What you sell, for which audience, at which price. What you sell, for which audience, and at which price. All right. That will basically just help you, create a business model. A business model. A business model. Are you selling products? Are you selling service? And now this business model statement, you can have multiple. All right. You can have multiple. For instance, for instance, the guy, back to our shoe example, all right? The person can say, I sell shoes to people in the elite class of society at the price of 500,000 naira, right? It helps them maintain a very, very high class, Good. I can go again and say, well, I also sell, do you understand? I also sell shoemaking training for people who are interested in learning how to make shoes. This is that at so and so price. It helps them do so and so thing. Do you understand that? Now, those ones can have different business models. So you can have different business models inside one business. And that's what we call the hybrid business model. So it can be that you sell subscription, it can be that you sell service, it can also be that you sell products. All right. Now, the third way to turn your business, your idea into a profitable business is the law of brand and positioning. Brand and positioning. Brand and positioning. Brand and positioning. All right. That's the third way to turn these ideas into profitable business. Because in the marketplace, perception is everything. Yeah. In the marketplace, perception is everything. In the marketplace, perception is everything. Perception is everything. Hmm. Perception is everything. Trust me. In the marketplace, perception is everything. Because how you are perceived is how you are rewarded. If you are perceived as being for the low class, you rewarded with the low class reward. If you are prom and this doesn't mean you are going to be poorer than somebody else. I'm going to explain. I'm going to balance it out. If you are perceived as okay for the low class, you're going to get the low classes reward. All right. If you are perceived for the high class, you're going to get the high class reward. Now look at this. You can create a brand perception for people who are in the low class and still make a lot of money. It's just that you need a lot of skill. So somebody who makes fashion clothes for the elite of society, maybe for 1 million naira, maybe just one gown is maybe 10 million naira. All right. And then there's one lady at the corner of the street who is making one dress for 10,000 naira. Do you know she can still make 10 million naira? Yes, but it's going to take a very long time before she's able to make that 10 million naira. And just makes it once, even though they don't get customers every day. You might not be able to get customers every day, but when they get one customer, is enough. So you would have to choose the kind of perception you want to build for your business. All right. So, the law of branding, 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 the law of branding. How you brand yourself is how you are paid. All right. And in the law of branding, basically, we have four things. Four things. Number one, brand identity, right? You must create a strong brand identity. You must create a strong brand identity. That's your business name. You cannot be using a weak business name and think that you're going to ride. All right. If your business name is not something that is, relatable, let me tell you a story. Rally Agency in itself, the name we had was called BMSC. Can you pronounce that? BMSC. We had to change it quickly. Rally. Fine name. All right. Name. Number two, your visuals. That's your logo. All of those things are important. Number three, your tone. All right. Your tone. And then your story. Do you see that? Then, still under the law of branding, positioning. How do you position yourself in the market? Are you positioning yourself as premium, or are you positioning yourself as affordable? Are you positioning yourself as the rebel of the market? Are you positioning your brand as the lecturer of the market? Are you positioning your brand as the um, go-to guy for A, B, and C? How are you positioning yourself in the market? That is important, right? That is very important. How you position yourself in the market. All right. Then the fourth law of turning these ideas into profitable businesses is the law of an MVP. The law of an MVP. What's an MVP? This is something that tech companies usually do, right? They usually use all the time. MVP. All right. An MVP is known as your minimum viable product or package. Minimum viable product or package. Minimum viable product or package. I think one of the reasons why many people don't want to launch their ideas or have issues launching their ideas is because they are trying to launch everything at once. Like you want to just launch it big, bam. It doesn't work like that. You have to start from somewhere. Start from the MVP, the minimum viable product, the minimum viable product, the minimum viable product. That is where you start from. All right. Don't try to launch out perfect. Good. Don't try to launch out as a perfect, okay, everything has to be ready before I launch. No. You start from small and then you grow. All right. I love what Comfort is doing. Comfort said, my idea helps youths, that's 18 to 45, solve the problem of identifying the right investments that will help them have a financially safe asset so they can become financially stable. Right? Investment consultant. So Urban, I think Kiki said, my idea helps young Nigerians who love culture and sweatwear solve the lack of authentic stylish expression so they can wear pieces that represent who they truly are and where they come from. All right. That's the problem. Then you now have to decide what is the market and all of this. Anyways, so there's a free gift for everyone who stays to the end of this whole webinar. So if you stay to the end, not who is watching after the webinar is done. If you are live here, right, I will know who people who are live here, right? So anybody that doesn't meet up, right, I'll tell you at the end of the webinar. Don't worry. So at the end of the webinar, there's going to be a very very fantastic offer. Not offer. I'm not trying to sell anything to you. I'm not selling anything to anybody here. All right? No, no. There's going to be a gift. Yeah, let me just say it, a gift for everyone who stays to the end. All right. So right on the third law, because of our time, it's already 9 o'clock. The third law is the law of the MVP. So you launch small. Instead of trying to launch big, launch small. You have the idea of creating a conglomerate. Maybe you want to own a very very big or large, warehouse or jewelry house where you sell jewelries. Start small. Sell on your phone. Sell on WhatsApp. Right? Sell on WhatsApp. Sell on WhatsApp. Sell on WhatsApp. Number two is test your ideas with your immediate environment. So you've tested the idea, or whether this idea is something that will make sense. You've created the problem statement. The next thing is, now you've done the what do we call it now? You've done the business model. You've created a business model around it. Number three, now you have started with the branding. Nothing too complex. See, you don't need to start with like a very very heavy branding, except you are doing something that actually will need good perception or heavy strong perception. You can start with a simple logo. All right, but just ensure that it's not Canva logo. Pay an agency, pay somebody to create the logo for you. Right, if the person says, this is how much I charge for the whole logo, tell them all you need is just the logo, not the full brand identity, just the logo. All right, and that's more affordable. You can start using that alone. You don't need to have the whole. So now, as you progress, as you move forward, then you can now create what we call the full brand identity. Probably you want to expand, you want to do other things. All right, then test your ideas with friend. I was telling somebody who um she said is that she needs an idea, business idea. She wants to start running business. I said, what do you like doing? She said she like managing events. I said, there's an event happening every day in the world. Do you have friends? She said, yes. Take your phone right now. Send message to all your friends. Please, when is your next birthday? I want to host the event for you. Because if you message all your friends or everybody in your community, all right, if you message everybody like that, post it on your status, post it on Facebook, post it everywhere. I want to help you organize your birthday. All right. Guess what will happen? You will get somebody that will be interested. You close the person because you already have a business model. All right. And now the MVP is going to just be like a lesser price, not too loud, something lesser. You do that one for that person, collect the testimonials, and then you now see that okay, this is working, this is good, it is working. Then we go into the next step, is to scale up. Right, now that you have testimonials from people that have used your MVP, right, probably you have, let's see, let me start with Comfort. Let's say the business model from Comfort, because Comfort is an investment advisor, right? So Comfort creates a what do we call it now? She can create all of those things. She can create the business model of a product where she has like a course on financial management. That's a product that she can sell. That's number one. She can create another one called, that's for the service. All right, that service. She can create a service of um financial management advice or financial management consultation, one-on-one consultation. Or she can create a subscription of monthly financial management done for you. Done for you, monthly financial management. And she has all of these stuffs running in the business at the same time. So you see that that's one idea. Oh. Now you have validated it with what, because of what you have seen, because of what I'm seeing here. That's the validation. I can help and I create those business models. And I've created 3 business models already this night. Comfort, come and pay tight in my DM. Right? Come and pay tight in my DM. So 3 business models already running in her business. Let's just imagine those ones are running. All right. She just created those ones down. And then she comes to her friends and she says, I'm offering free consultation for 100 people. That's an MVP, right? I'm offering free consultation for 100 people before the end of this month. All right. That's the MVP. Free consultation for 100 people. The next thing you're going to do then is to now market that MVP like something else. Do you get this? So, Comfort, you've created these business models. You turn it into an MVP of um 100 consultations, free consultations for 100 people. All right, free consultation for 100 people, financial consultation for 100 people. Do you get this? After you're done that, you've done that, you market it. Probably you are going to run ads, or you're going to get it to people around you. All right, you test it with them, or you run ads. After you're done with 100 consultations, there is no how you will not close a client into these business models. Either you sell the product to them, or you sell the service of helping them manage it, or you sell a subscription and say, see, I don't want to stress you at all, I'll just be managing everything for you every single month. I'll be giving you monthly reports. I hope you know, let me say this, I hope you know that your job is a subscription based business model between you and your company. Yeah. So if you have a job, what you currently have is a business. You are offering yourself, right? And is on a basis of subscription, and that's what do we call it? Subscription business model between you and your company. So I always tell people that don't see yourself as someone who has a job. See yourself as somebody who has a business, but you are sharing of yourself to that company. Do you understand this? Yeah, that's how it is. So I tell my staffs, I say, see, I know all of you are running your own side businesses also. Yeah. I mean, your boss is your client, is a client, right? You're offering your services or your skills, your wisdom, your intelligence, your time on subscription basis. So they pay you at the end of the month. So everybody's running it. Everybody, there's nobody who can say, because I'm working 9 to 5, I'm not a business person. It's a lie. You're offering services, you're offering your skills on a subscription business model, subscription based business model. That's what it is. All right. So now we've created all of this, right? MVP. Then you market it. After you're done marketing it, there's no how you not close some deals. Now that you've closed some deals, what do you do next? What do you do now that you've closed some deals? You begin to scale and to grow. Begin to scale and to grow. For instance, Rally Agency. Let me talk about Rally Agency here. When we started with one client who was paying us probably, I think, 50K, 50,000 naira per month to manage social media for her. Because I I did all of these things. First of all, I knew that I have the ability to, manage social media and all of those things. So I started with myself. I went to meet this lady and said, see, I'm going to help you manage your social media for you. All right. Pay me 50K, that's all. Even though you can't get that from us anymore. All right. Pay me 50,000 naira, and that's all. So she started paying us 50,000 naira. And guess what? After that, I employed somebody to join us on the team. And now we're like a team of 6 people. Strong people, very, very strong people. Do you see that? So we are scaling little by little, one step after another, one step after another, one step after another. All right. So after you have done the validation, after you have done the what's it called now? After you are done with the validation, after you are done with the business model creation, after you are done with the branding and positioning, after you are done with creating the MVP, then you market that MVP either with word of mouth or with ads, as much as your power can carry you. All right. Then you begin to scale up, creating systems and structures. Maybe in one of our next sessions, we're going to talk about systems and structures, but not I'm not even sure it's even this month, maybe in the next few months from now. Because next month we're going to talk about creating business models for your business. Right? Creating business models in your business. Right? So that you can make money. Make plenty money. All right. Now, lastly is for your business to be profitable, you must track that business. And this one is a continuous effort. So you begin to track your sales, begin to track your expenses, begin to track profits, begin to track cost, begin to track price, selling price, cost price, all of those things must be tracked. All right. Now, I want you to do something for me. These 7 steps, right? These 7 steps, I want you to do something for me, right? As an assignment, everybody, right? Write how you're going to engage these 7 steps, right? So you have the idea, right? You have the idea. How do you plan to validate this idea? Number two, how do you plan to create the business? What business models are you creating in your idea? Number three, how do you plan to position the brand of this idea? Number four, what is the MVP, or what are the MVPs you're going to create? Number five, how do you plan to market this idea? Number six, how do you plan to scale the idea? Number seven, how do you plan to remain profitable? All right. How do you plan to remain profitable? Yes. So this has brought us to the end of this boot camp for the month of August. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've been able to learn 1 or 2 things today. And I want to see that your ideas begin to thrive right from this moment. All right. I'm going to wait for probably 5 minutes, right, to drop any questions you have before we end it. I'm going to just wait for 5 minutes, all right, for you to drop any questions you have. Now, like I said, for people who waited to the end of the webinar, I'm going to be offering. Now, let me give you context. Let me give you context. I'm an MBA student with Nexford University in the US, right? And I pay hundreds of thousands of naira every single month for my MBA practice, right? So one consultation session with me probably worth like 100K, or no, probably worth like 400,000 naira. One consultation session with me, just one. And that's just like 10% of the amount I pay for school fees. All right. What will happen now is I'm going to be giving free consultation to everyone who has and I'm seeing only 3 people. So you to be showing me 3 people, right? 3 people that are still active. So I'm going to be giving out free consultations to everybody who stayed till this time. All right. So reach out to the handler, rally agencies handler. Reach out to the handler and tell the handler I stayed till the end. And screenshot this moment. Screenshot this moment. You see this my 2 fingers. Screenshot it and send it this night to the handler. Not tomorrow. If you send it tomorrow, it's already late. Right? Screenshot it and send to the handler. And the handler will let you know what you should do next. All right. Hope this has helped you. Hope you've learned 1 or 2 things. We have 1 hour exactly. And I want to say thank you for joining us today. Until the next month, cheers to your greatness. Bye.